Stream time. This is the Kings of Rice, Masterpiece Gaming Theater, Final Fantasy VII. And before I start, I'm gonna have to put the chat screen up, and then post this, and then let's pull up the chat because I be up and I be ready to go. So I'm not saying that I will have people in my chat, it's just always nice to have it up. Let's pop out the chat. What do you mean that it says the chat is disabled for this live stream? What does that mean? I hit disable on that. What the heck? Okay, live chat is up. And I think we're ready to go. Not yet, actually. Let's make this live chat smaller. There we go. Alright, now we're ready to go. Let's go. Hopefully this time the sound is better. So I'm pretty sure I did a whole bunch of stuff on it, but just in case, move the mouse off the screen, just in case, I'm going to go to the configuration. I'm going to bring down that music a little bit more. There we go. Make sure it stayed. It's the music that's like getting me. It's not really anything else. So let's go ahead and do that. Oh, that's inside the train. Battle time. This guy's over here, the asshole ghost. Every time you hit him, they disappear. What the hell's that about? Whooped up. Level up. Wait, is that a new rod? That's not what I want. That's not who I wanted to pull up. She has a mithril rod. What the heck? I should just cover my other two then, huh? And that extra bit of vitality going in. Oh! Dun, 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 dun. So I was watching Hellsing Ultimate earlier today, and it was the craziest thing because it's like when you've seen the first iteration of Hellsing that they was released a while before. That version absolutely was terrible. Not the Ultimate version, but the other version that exists. That unfortunate version that was just absolutely terrible. It's oh damn it. This fucking joystick, I swear, it doesn't let me. I probably didn't set it. I probably could have set the D-pad, but I didn't check it. So I kind of just went with it, and now I have to deal with it like doing things I don't want it to do. So I have to flick. I do flicks so I don't mess up my. Now let's just use it. Healing wind. Whoa. Let's get as much out of that as I can, because I'm not a fan of her that much, so I'm not going to end up using her in the long run before she ultimately goes away. But let's get let's get the most uses out of that before that, before I end up not using her anymore. Because it's always nice to have a healing spell, but when you're not using it, it's like. It's just like I do more things than cure and potions do more for me normally anyway, so it's not like it's a big deal. Let's see. I'm gonna need to push this over. Tell this is like where they don't care about anything, because they just leave this train yard in disarray. But then again, it's like it's a train graveyard anyway. It's not like Come on, get up the ladder. Okay. I wanted that potion, right? I wanted that item, whatever it was. It was likely a potion. Oh, this guy. Spray with this guy and get it over with. But obviously he's not gonna die right away. Oh, you fucking sleep. That wasn't too bad, at least. High potion. It's funny, the music sounds like this now, but as soon as we get back to the next area, all of a sudden it's going to be desperation music and dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Yeah, see? Battle music. Well, yeah, if the pillar's standing, if it wasn't standing, you wouldn't have been down there. You wouldn't have been up on the surface of the slums like that. No, Wedge! No! Wedge, you alright? I fell off that really high spot. I like how those are like Shinra people there, but like, you know, they look like they don't know they don't look like they know what's going on. What the hell is this? Alright, let's go up the fucking damn it! Go up the thing. There we go. Pigs. Yeah, just imagine what this is gonna look like if they finally complete it. I say if because, you know, the world runs on ifs at this point. Really? 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 I realized that, like, I'll just use magic on him, right? Yeah, I could do that. Let's just use this. I could, you know what, I should save that. Yeah, whatever. Probably trying to get the most uses out of it anyway, because, you know, trying to get those levels, trying to get those uses. So, I don't know if anyone's left that plays Pokemon Go, but in my neighborhood by the post office is really just within walking distance. And speaking of, I was Pokemon Go, and like, and I was going by the post office in my neighborhood is just within walking distance. I was going to the grocery store, and I come back, and the post office. I didn't mention that the post office by my house is a Pokemon gym for Pokemon Go, and there's like 15-20 people over there, and you know, Pokemon Go had died down a lot, like in between, and you know, with the Go Fest that just happened, and they were talking about they were going to release the legendaries out as long as you do the where you have to go to the raid spots, and then you know, go in and then basically force what I believe is you gotta force the legendaries out into the open so you can catch the legendary. So that's what those 15-20 people were doing out there earlier. I was surprised. I was like, I didn't think that many people were interested around here anymore, because I hardly saw anybody walking around doing it anymore. I mean, you know. But it was fun. To me, it was fun to see. Oops. Type. No. Type. By name. I'm good for right now. Cloud doesn't get a new weapon until after you leave Midgar. Barrett, you're not shooting, you're just shaking your body. No, Reno, don't do it. Oh, I should have equipped Barrett with magic. I knew I was missing something every time and then I don't have that stupid cure. Fire does more damage. $71, obviously. No, I healed fucking Barrett with it. I didn't mean to do that. Like I said, this was like the last episode, like, keeps attacking Cloud, that fucker. Freaking, and it's like you've seen, you know, the Advent Children movie, and, you know, it seems like Reno is just a, is a goofball, you know? Especially paired up with Brood, but, like, in this game, you know, when you first meet him, he starts out so serious. hit somebody else instead of Cloud. Of course not. You're gonna get another Braver because you want it apparently. Ross Slash though. Oh well. Oh no, it's not a normal time bomb. It's a regular time bomb. No. I'm not gonna lie. This is gonna be very very nitpicky, but you would need bigger helicopter planes not to fly a helicopter that big. Why would you need an emergency plate release system? Like, why would you need that? Just in case you have to kill a bunch of terrorists. Yeah, but then you're gonna sacrifice everybody else in the process and then blame the terrorists. Oh! Just hitting girls. What the fuck's wrong with you? I have to wonder, is she tied down to that thing, or could she have jumped? Because if she jumped, he wouldn't have had time to get. If he was gonna chase her down, he wasn't gonna have time to. He wasn't gonna have time to chase her out. So I think she could have. I want to think realistically that she was tied up. What are you doing, Barrett? We jump up too. Come on, he didn't leave me here. Yeah, climb on his shoulders. He's that big and burly of a man. Let's go. That's gotta be absolutely freaky. God damn. Makes you wonder, how could you look on and like, see that happening? Like, what the hell? Why would you, like, is it that serious? Y'all freaking incompetent for not being able to catch like 6 people, and then suddenly you just want to pull something stupid like that. You kidding me right now? Well, he just did the fit guy thing where he moved, he made sure his arms were working and then he moved his neck. We cool? Yeah, apparently. Let's go, Barrett. I'm still wondering where he keeps all of his bullets. Somber moment and all, but, I like how when they talk about Avalanche, like Avalanche is always capitalized. That's funny. What about you? Clouds ahead of y'all thinking. Can't go back there to get that materia? Well, I'm gonna have to come back anyway. Look at these guys. Bolts. They didn't die, obviously. Oh, excuse me. Come on, man. You're gonna kill me, and I'm gonna have to go through that part again. No. Wow, are you kidding me right now? Die. I'm gonna die. Of course. Wow! Wow! I can't believe that. God, I had to do that fucking fight again. Jesus. Yeah, okay. So, you know. That was terrible. What the fuck? What was that about? Of course I'm gonna fight 3 guys right now, too. God damn it. Fall down, your propellers are broken. Fall down. He didn't die. Of course he didn't. I can't believe that. That was whack. Whack! Jesus Christ. I'm still mad about it. I'm still gonna be mad about that for a while. You know what's crazy? If I was waiting, if I was really waiting to, you know, to like, if I was trying to protect somebody from touching this, I would stand by the console and not stand on the other side, like a jackass. Honestly, you know, it's funny. You nitpick this game and it's like nuts to me. That's not how much ice does. I know fire does decent damage. Oh, ice does pretty decent too. Pyramid. Try to break it. Wow, you finally hit someone else. Let's say, what was your? I was like, let's say, what was your beef? Let's say, what's your beef with Cloud, bro? Oh, made her hit herself. Goddamn joysticks. Be careful with these joysticks, because if not, I'm gonna get fucked over by them. Boom. How's that the one for suckers? Wow, the fucking joystick! Alright, I think after I'm done with this portion of the stream, I have to take that shit off the off the joysticks, because that's mad annoying, I'm not gonna lie. It's time. Time for what? Time for you to go suck a dick, homie. Motherfucker. I think he used Braver once in that hole. And he actually spread out his attacks like he was, you know, supposed to. Anyway, let's try to get through this as quickly as possible because it's stupid. Oh wait, I have to talk to people. Just jump down. Go boom. Well, I mean, at least it's not that long apart between save points. Just can't believe I died to the fucking monsters back there. Yo, we can use this fire to get out. Riley Ashley liked my tweet for the stream. Thank you very much, Riley Ashley. I appreciate it. I have a grievance. So outside of outside of this game has stupid joystick controls because it only really goes up, down, left, and right. And then if I do like the in between, all of a sudden it's like and then it makes me choose something I don't want to choose. And then again suddenly I'm currently using a Titanfall 2 controller, wired controller. And whenever I use it on my Xbox, it's okay all the way up until I played the current WWE 2K17. Which the game honestly isn't that great, but we use it for obviously our Monday and Tuesday night title fights, and for some reason I now figured out that game won't let me use diagonal controlled walking, so I can't get on turnbuckles to do high flying moves, and I can't use the right stick to pick people up off the ground, and I can't roll out of the ring to escape. But the weird thing is this controller works okay on every other game, but I just don't see why it does that. And it only acts weird when I play it with that game. So I have to use a wireless, and now I have to switch back to my wireless. Like the reason why I even bought this controller in the first place was to use it, because my wireless day one Xbox controller left stick what do you call it? It veers, I guess is the term. So, but for WWE, it's still better than this controller. This controller worked perfectly until like one day, like probably on like the third week of the Monday and Tuesday night title, but Monday night title fight. Suddenly, it stopped working how it's supposed to. Weird. Well, what the fuck? Yeah, they destroyed an entire village. No, Tifa, that ain't it. Hell no. It ain't us. It's that damn Shinra. It's that damn Shinra. Well, I didn't actually say that. It's that Shinra that's doing it. I also thought it was maybe because because it's a wired controller. It has a micro USB plugs. So these fucking guys again. Get rid of these assholes right away. Assholes get multiple turns. It pisses me off, dude. Fucking die. They're on the safe side of caution over here. Stupid ass enemies. Jesus Christ. Because I could take multiple turns. Stupid. We fucking died to that last time. What the hell was that about? Son of a bitches. y'all couldn't come and help earlier. No, I just like getting down on one knee. Love those reoccurring headaches from time to time. You know, and memories that aren't yours. I should save my game because I don't need any more shenanigans. Sorry, I'm remembering something because you hear the song in the background. They played it at Ultima service and funeral. It's got me kind of fucked up right now. I'm tearing up a little bit, crying. Okay, just need to pass this part. Every time I hear that, you know, songs that have significance to, you know, songs that were his favorite, like every time I hear those songs or songs that I, you know, that, like whenever I were to, like for example, I hear the Undertale songs and I get like this as well. Like I get teary-eyed because I spent a significant time playing Undertale to, you know, because Ultima challenged it to me, and you know, I end up fulfilling all those wishes he had for me to do it. So yeah, I hear those songs every now and then and I tear up, and this song in particular because they played it at his service and funeral, so gets to me a little bit. I can tell Eris's adoptive mother is having a hard time as well. You know, the wars do that to people. I think the timeline they were having they were fighting the war in Wutai at this point. Did you see that dress that Eris's mom is wearing? I bet you put that, you know, you do that dress in modern graphics. That dress will probably be some fantastic looking dress. Until a bunch of assholes showed up at her house. This song's gonna drag on to me? Jesus Christ. Well, at least, if nothing else, he's a great father. What's good, Scott Fry? How you doing, my friend? Yeah, man, I grew up to this game. This game came out in '97. So, yeah. So 97, 90. So I was like 9 years old when this game came out. So I basically grew up to this. Been playing it a whole bunch since then. My dog's barking. Turned my head for a second. Jesus. One of my favorites as well, too. Alright. Born in 93, huh? Me specifically, I was born in 88. So, I played this game after. It came out, I believe, in September of that year. And it was, no, it was just before, it was just after my 9th birthday. So I had just turned, I was like, probably, I don't remember exactly what week it came out. But I'm pretty sure it was after my birthday, I believe. And I had just turned 9, so I played it after that point. I played it when the game first came out. My brother had my mom buy it, and fucking, that's from history from there. Playing a game on and off. There's no train. Yeah, let's go to the Walmart because everything's fucked up over there. God damn it, I still can't use the D-pad. I keep fucking doing that. I need to switch it to the D-pad because I hate using the joystick in this. And I don't know about you either, but no matter how many years pass, this game does not look ugly to me. So like there are some games where oh, alright. What's it called? So I'm gonna wait till he gets back, but oh, meet the madhouse. Yeah, man. Honestly, this game, like, really set the mold for me to play these games because, you know, before I've always known, like, I knew now and again, like, you know, back then, obviously, you know, we didn't have, like, you know, like when I was growing up. I mean, starting to sound like an old ass man, but when I was like, we only had, like, the only way we'd know about stuff like this is like we'd read the gaming magazines at, like, you know, at Toys R Us and stuff. It's crazy. It was so crazy because, you know, like I said, that was like the only place, you know, only places we could find out about games. You know, where we found about our walkthroughs. If we were stuck, we went as a group to fucking go to Toys R Us just to look at some guides and stuff. Shit was crazy. God, I'm just remembering all this stuff now. Resident Evil, all those games, like, you know, find out guides, Tony Hawk games, all those cheat codes and stuff. Jesus Christ, man. I ain't got all that stuff. Why do I need batteries to climb up the plate? I was like, oh, I know you're just gonna need them, which is, I think, is really strange. It's like, you know, I just know you're gonna need them. What? This game, I swear. Let's see. Just gonna head up to the. I swear, does this guy have any presents? Save file has been locally saved. Thanks, Steam. I appreciate it. You want to see some awesome? Follow me. I think I was just like, oh, let's climb the wire. I might be able to find something up there. You know, it's funny how, like, this is almost like, I mean, I've always kind of, I did this as I progressively got older, but it's like watching older cartoons that you used to love, and you just nitpick the shit out of all this old stuff you used to do and watching. Be like, how did I even, like, some of these lines are crazy to me because it's like, oh, let's just climb the wire. What? I did never think to climb the wire. Like, how do you know you're gonna get anywhere by you know, climbing the wire? Although elements like that is just, you know, it still exists in games these days, but like at the same time it's like, oh, I'm just gonna climb the wire. Oh yeah, you're gonna need the batteries. What? Trust me. Trust me, I'm a scientist. Because he just knows that, like, that it's really gonna do that. Now my question is, what were you gonna do if that propeller started to decided it wasn't gonna stop and just move full speed? What were you gonna do then? sneak back over, whatever. Let's go. Oh, of course. No. Said jump before it gets too close. I jumped as it was coming back through. Don't do that to me. Lying ass game. Grab the fucking thing. I jumped too soon. I actually jumped too soon that time. Why is I just want to know why that text is so misleading. Let's jump before it gets too close. But then you have to jump when it's close. I got to thinking. I think I had to remember. Just gotta learn the intricacies of this thing. Down we go. Doom, 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 doom. It's weird how that plate, while climbing that wire all the way up to that plate, puts you right at the front door, basically. Let's sneak in the Shinra building. Let's go. It's cool, man. Don't worry about it. I made sure to eat before I, you know, you do what you gotta do, man. If you haven't eaten yet, man, you might as well eat. Run. I made sure to eat plenty before I started, because sometimes I'll do a like before all this stuff happened with, you know, with my buddy passing away. It's like, you know, I used to not eat before I do these things, and I'm just like paying for it. But then, like, after I really wanted to get back into streaming again, suddenly I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna eat first, because I want to put in some time. I'm gonna try to put in at least 2 hours on each play. Because it makes me feel like I'm getting somewhere. God, this reminds me of the time of working one of my previous jobs. I was in Dallas. And because I didn't have that much to carry, I needed to go to each floor in this hotel in Dallas to drop off some stuff. Yeah, snacks and all that, but all at the same time, like, you know, it's mostly drinks for me, but yeah, I had to go to every floor in this hotel to set up some brackets to lay ground wiring, and like I did that for like 30 floors, and I was like, oh Jesus Christ, and I had to be up and done in like a few hours, and then I had to go all the way back down to the parking garage to grab more supplies and then start laying the ground wire. But at that time I could take the elevator because I had stuff with me. That's always fun. Running up some steps. Oh, running back down the steps. I've had it, man. I'm going back. Honestly, it was hell. That's all I can really say about that, is it was hell. Ha! It's the Bacon Man. What's going on there, Nick? Speaking of chirps, I just got a promotion. That's what's up, bro. I haven't heard from you in a while. How's it going? How you been? Oh yeah, because like the beginning, especially speaking of that break from the fighting, like the beginning doesn't really the beginning doesn't like it oh, she's got to take a leak. It's funny, the beginning is really like is really easy on you as far as the enemies go, but then like they throw you in with a bunch more enemies, and then suddenly the enemies have a lot more health. That's cool and everything. Because the constant fighting it's like, oh god, and I've run out of, like, the beginning of every RPG is like that. It's like, oh, you know, it's like you need to keep fighting, and you gotta get the grind going early so you can get a leg up on the enemy level and all that. But then, like, you know, you start realizing you're not making enough fucking currency, and then, like, you know, you can't buy stuff, and it's like sometimes it's ridiculous. Do you think it's odd that they don't have cameras inside these stairwells? It's like, oh. That's what's up. Cutting hours, though, is fucked up, because it's like, it's kind of like when I worked at, but I also given them my 2 weeks for a better job. Damn. Hey, if you found a better job, bro, you do you. At the same time, my brother decided he was gonna stop working at his job, and like and like work somewhere completely different. But you know, that like it's crazy. Like speaking of cutting hours, like they were like, I wouldn't say it's cutting hours, but at the same time, like, oh yeah. But at the same time, cutting hours is like I worked at Amazon through Christmas, and like, and I was used to it being so busy. But then suddenly they were like, oops, damn it. All of a sudden it was just like, yeah, you know, Christmas is over, people are not buying stuff. Like, you know, yeah, you're at work for like, you know, I'm working for like 3 hours a night now suddenly instead of like 8 to 10, almost 12 hours a night. And I'm just like, wow, this is new. This is different. When I worked for Amazon, I did return to vendors. So basically like stuff that wasn't selling, and then like older stuff, we ended up sending them back to their like to the companies that Amazon stocks from. And also I also did things where if things were damaged or things were just old, we would either liquidate them to third, like, you know, we would do things for liquidations, then we would sell them out to third parties so they could sell them discount stores. And then we also threw away a lot of stuff, so that's stuff I did. And then like I also worked all over the place in there, like ship docks and then packed for shipping and all that good stuff. Emo Cloud looking like a white redneck. White redneck, huh? I don't normally see anything but white rednecks, but I mean, not that there isn't any other different kind of redneck, but it's normally what they are. Oh, it's time for the sneaky sneaky. Oh shit. I just forgot these guys. Even though I was just looking at these guys, I didn't forget that they run, but like I was over here like, oh my goodness. I almost got caught there though. But I think I did it at least once on purpose because I didn't want to do it. Because sometimes when you depending on how you feel, sometimes it's just easier to fight the guards. Oh shit. I read it. I read your comment the first time, and I thought about it, and I was like, huh. Now that you mention a joke, suddenly I know what you're talking about, and then I read his name. I'm so fucking slow. Jesus Christ. That's funny. Locked. It honestly was, because I didn't think about it until after that you mentioned it was a joke, and I was like, oh wait a minute, I was thinking to myself. I put plenty of hours into Final Fantasy VIII, so in the end, I'd have to be complete. I'd have to have not any complete memory of that game not to know that at this point. Dude, at first it was really like whoosh, and I was like, what? Because when I don't know if you if you played Undertale and seen what the community is like, but the reason why it went over my head is because the Undertale community kind of took everything and just went woo, and then I just didn't pay attention to a lot of things because all they were talking about was jokes and puns all the time. So sometimes I just don't pay attention to jokes. I knew I was missing something. Nope. I don't remember this fucking... Just go for it. Oh, is it King? Didn't remember that part. Because this is the part of the game that this is the part at the beginning of the game I didn't really like. No, it's not King. let's see. I'm gonna laugh. He's gonna be like, "Oh, it's you can't just guess." And I'm just gonna try all the words because there we go. Honestly, yeah. I mean, if it's different every time, then it is. And I don't remember it. I don't really remember, like, you know, that part of the game. So it's like, you know. This is honestly like this is the like only part of the game I don't really like is the beginning. Like this part, and all that good stuff. Locked. Of course, there's enemies in here now. There weren't before. Honestly, I should heal. God damn the joystick on this controller. I'm like, you know what? I don't feel like quitting right this second. So honestly, to be completely honest with you, like I don't think I ever grind hardcore in this game. Like at the beginning, I kind of just played through it. Then I hardcore grinded because I remember. I don't know. Oh, actually, no, it wasn't because I did with two of my brothers and a good friend of mine who passed away. We did a race. And it's funny, like we weren't like hardcore speed running it, but we were just racing to see like how quickly we could get through the game. And like I think even then I pretty much played the same way I did. I never ran from any fights, as opposed to one of the other guys who he made it a point to only run from fights he didn't think he didn't have to fight. So honestly, I always play the game the same, really. I kind of just let it go how it is, and if it's hard, I maybe grind a little bit, like gain like 1 or 2 levels, and then I go forth. But I've never really had to grind hardcore until like the end. Big shot. Locked. Of course, this box is all the way up in the fucking corner. I never go above level 12 and 8. Is that right? Of course, somebody destroyed Sector 7. seeing as that's what it looks like now. Bunch of fuckers. You never go above 12 and 8, so you're saying is you never I also remember I found a way to AFK in a sense to the battle arena and the golden saucer, get Vincent to limit break and then choose him as your fighter. Oh yeah, I heard about that. You know what's funny? One of the prerequisites for the race, because we put some rules on it. Oh right. Carding every enemy, damn. I never really thought to do it that way. So like I remember when we did our race, like our 4-man race, like our more specific rules were to get the Ultima weapon. Like some stuff we had to do was get Cloud's Ultima weapon, and we had to get Omnislash. And like, you know, those ones were like, you know, prerequisites for the race and stuff like that. Other things we had to do, like, you know, getting like Vincent and getting Yuffie were completely optional. Although I did get them both, even though I didn't need to. That's probably why I lost the race, technically, because I spent that extra like half an hour for each, you know, spent that extra time trying to get them instead of just moving on. But I do like Yuffie though, even though her limit breaks aren't great. Oh look, it's a piece of shit. Honestly, I think the only reason why we decided against the gold chocobo thing was because because the other two were the two of the participants in the race were both my brothers, and I don't think they ever got gold chocobos in this game. They did everything else as far as I know, but I don't think they ever sat back and grinded out gold chocobos. And like, I could do it, and the other guy could do it, but we just thought maybe we shouldn't, so we didn't. I mean, that would have been quite an experience, wouldn't it? Like, you have to race to get gold chocobos, get Cloud's Ultima weapon, and then get Omnislash. What's up? Okay. Good night. Yeah, don't come in here. You're gonna get shut in here. As far as like beating like Ruby or or Emerald weapon, I think like in the end, in the end we've all pretty much beat them at one point. But that experience for us was kind of a one and done thing for us. That was beating them finally, and at one point is an initial achievement for us where we're just like, you know what, I don't need to do that again. Maybe later. Because when I finally beat Emerald wasn't too, obviously, Ruby is the harder of the two, obviously. So like, I when I finally beat Ruby though, I was like, the sense of accomplishment for me was like a weight lifted off my shoulders. Honestly, there are some people who haven't. I know some people who still haven't beat them, and it's honestly understandable. Although, if you think about it for the future, honestly, there are harder Final Fantasy bosses at this point, but still, Ruby is still a crowning achievement for some people, and it's one of my crowning achievements at least. Even though some people, you know, you got some people in the world that'll go, "Oh, that is so easy. I don't know how you could have beat them. I don't know how you couldn't beat them." Sadly, I'm a normal person, so that's, you know. I'm not an expert in stealth or anything, but from behind that box and them walking towards the front of the screen, you know, toward the way they came, that's not hiding them. You could be seen. That's fucking crazy. I think, yeah, Omega Weapon is the one in Ultimicia's castle that had that had that ridiculous amount of HP. Yeah. I was only able ever to beat that thing one time, and after I beat it that first time, I was just like, you know. Yeah, Ultimicia's castle had Omega Weapon. Honestly, a cloud headache. Honestly, that heartbeat could be a heart beating on a door, because maybe it wants out. Where's its fucking head? I'm just gonna blow off the whole thing with like, oh god, it's decapitated. My goodness. God damn it! I keep hitting. I keep touching the. Honestly, I keep touching the D-pad on my controller when it's not set. It's like a thing. It's like I have a yearning for an older controller, which I probably should be using. Because I do have a controller converter USB thingy, and I did use the first time the last time I beat Final Fantasy VIII, I played the PC version, and I was using honestly the whole streaming thing to me is like, sometimes it's just like, how do you, like, you know, sometimes it's just, how do you get people to watch? Because honestly, a lot of people don't watch my stuff either. But it's like, you know, it's like, you know, it's like, how do you get people to watch your stuff? Because it seems like, you know, there are people really watching select things, you know? Probably like bigger, like AAA games and stuff like that. But like, you know, I think the streaming thing, honestly, sometimes for me, like nowadays, I believe, is like for competition titles more like. Because, you know, you got Overwatch, and you got fucking, you know, you got Call of Duty, you know, and then you got fucking, I was thinking of recording videos of Squad, might do that in the future. Oh, yeah? Honestly, me too, and especially, like, if one person joins in and starts talking, like you did initially, Scott Fry, like, this is, like, it makes my day if we just have a conversation. Alright, by the way, he's talking about mating a human being in an animal. That's fucking sick, man. Bestiality, come on, bro. Really? Really? Like, are you kidding me right now, bro? Imagine I was 9 years old. He was talking about bestiality and shit. Are you kidding me right now? I should name Mufasa. Honestly, bro, I want to name the characters, but then I'm just gonna keep it standard because, like, I kind of just don't want to mess with anything as much as I want to name the people. I don't know what Red was doing there, but you know, obviously keeping Mojo occupied. But I think he should just tore his throat out right then. You know, do something violent. He was trying to get you to commit bestiality with a human being. I'd rip his throat out. Yeah, it's not his real name. We're all the same. Honestly, there was one save game where I did rename him his real name. But I just like calling him Red, though. Red's cool. I remember he said he did that and it made his name reveal stupid. Oh, I forgot about that. Why did I do that? Sometimes you just do things that are nonsensical. It's just like, oh, okay, here we go. The unholy spawn of a mud crab and a head crab. Wow. Metroid and a head crab. Mud crab. Honestly, bro, I'm a bad typer too, so you ain't gotta worry about none of that. I helped moderate my clan's Discord, and one jackass kept asking me twice if something was against the rules. What? Wanted to make fun of his third grade spelling so bad. Bro, just do it. Some people deserve that stuff. I was like, if you want your feelings hurt, bro, you keep typing like that. I'm not saying my spelling's any better, I'm just saying. Wait, why did I heal Barrett for? Right, makes sense. Yeah, I mean, you're already moderating, so you might as well, help, Since you're already moderating, you might as well just, keep the rules going at least. Maybe that would have been great. I have the right to choose too. I don't like two-legged things. Informed question, but difficult to answer. I am what you see. No, that's not spiritual. That's you know. Alright, here's what's gonna have to happen. Well, you're not wrong about that, for sure. It's like in certain games when suddenly someone else talks and all of a sudden they just gotta change the music. Like, yeah, bro, you go ahead. Barrett with Eris. Fire all sense. I'll give him poison. I'll give her ice. One thing I liked about the music they did was when they are having the flashback. Oh yeah, yeah, that was interesting. Ooh, enemy skill. Now here's the question: can you get enemy skills in here? I don't remember. Oh yeah, right. Uh-oh, we got some soldiers and their pointy sticks. Sticks. Oops. Hitting the freaking D-pad again. Oh, if there's a new someone in the chat. Hi, Daz. Big Z, little Z, how you doing? Oh, and your ass is gonna put everybody to sleep. Great. That's good, that's good. Look at that. I'm gonna run around, the ass is gonna go to sleep. Wow. And they're just gonna beat me to death with magic. Oh, you piece of fuck! Oh my god, I just fucking... I'm gonna poison your stupid ass, huh? The next boss fight. The best I always thought. Damn. Still having trouble keeping up. Honestly, like, my internet does that sometimes. Suddenly it'll just be like, no. sometimes like my internet will sometimes just be like, yeah, I'm gonna try to stream tonight, and all of a sudden my internet's just like, no sir, no you don't. Nope, I didn't hit the yeah. Oh. Well, yeah, it definitely gave you a sense of like an action movie thing about to go down for sure. Man, like a month or two ago, my internet was like, it wasn't the internet per se, but then suddenly I had to redo some wires, and I had to take my room apart to redo the wires. And when I plugged the damn thing back in, suddenly my modem wasn't working, and I was like, what the fuck? Fucking internet, man. But ever since I got it replaced, everything is so good now. Thank God. Oh crap, that's right. I had to take that elevator back down. Do I have to heal again? I might as well. Maybe I fucking hate the joysticks on this controller. Honestly, yeah, I actually heard of the Dead Squall theory. That's a trip to me, because when you get to thinking about it, you're sitting there and you're just like, you think about it, it's like, how come they haven't said anything about him getting hurt by an icicle spear suddenly, like a spear of ice? And I'm just like, huh, that's weird. Let's not talk about it. It's like they were like, you know what? He doesn't mention it, so we're just not gonna talk about it. But yeah, I always thought, no, when it was like presented to me initially, I'm just like, no, it can't be, blah blah. You know, I'm thinking about it, and then when I played the game again, I was like, honestly, that sounds legit. Like, it wouldn't surprise me if he was actually dead and was just living the rest of his life dreaming. Like, you know, just either that or like, you know, seeing as like this is how it would have gone. I mean, that Renoa being Ultimecia in a sense, that kind of works too, because she was supposed to, you know, she was supposed to be some kind of like, you know, I've heard of that one too. So it was something about like how she was like, yeah, strange, all kinds of weird shit. It all of a sudden takes a turn, you know. It's fucking weird. Oops. You know what, bro? You have to forgive me if I don't know what K&D is. Like legit though. Like you say, imagine a sequel. But it's like, it's funny how it's just like, I didn't watch Kids Next Door though. That's the only thing. Yeah, he's got a big ass hole in his stomach. Yeah, I didn't watch Kids Next Door, bro. He's not gonna forgive me. Theory goes, Squall was her night, and he died. She went insane and searched for a way to compress time. That makes me forgive you even less? Damn. Alright. Can you imagine if she succeeded in making it right, you know, where she found a way to compress time and then save Squall? That would be a real big mind fuck. God, that'd be weird. Yeah. Yeah, that would be really weird for him. Definitely. It's like, you know, he wakes up and, you know, suddenly nothing's going his way. Hello, knocking on my door. What's up? Oh, look at that outfit you're wearing. Can you turn that fan off? Yeah, but it's fine. Can you turn off that fan? It's starting to get really cold in here. Wow, he fits it now? That's good. Bye, Covelli. Yeah, if you think about it that way, though, too, if in a way, like, it would work. Yeah, you're right. It would work better because he would care. He still cares for everybody. But then in the end, it didn't matter. It didn't. I think in a way, it wouldn't matter if he was in love with her. Like everyone dying, if everyone ended up dying because he didn't want to, you know, because he was tripping off of some other shit, that would end up being wrong. Because of this experience he just had, like previously. Then it would make sense for him to save everybody regardless. Because, you know, he turned out to be a decent man, at least. Decent dude, at least. We are in jail. We are in jail, ladies and gentlemen. Are they yelling? I have to imagine they are. Six cells doesn't separate all 5 of the characters. Honestly, it doesn't, and I always thought that was weird. There's six cells there, but there are 5 characters, and they just didn't separate everybody. Go in and out of consciousness, seeing his friends around him fighting off Galabadian soldiers. Honestly, with that being said, it's like, if you honestly, yeah, honestly, I think he would, if you put it that way, with the whole going in and out of consciousness, that means he's not fully awake. Then he goes, there are some emotions that are just not processing everything, and he needs to, Maybe the other cells are for drunken employees or guards taking a nap in there. Honestly, dude, like there are always lazy people in jobs. So I remember when I was working at Amazon, there would be I worked with a guy who during Christmas time he did a little bit of work for a while, and then he would disappear for a little bit, come back, do a little bit of work, disappear for a while, do a little bit of work, and then come back. Next thing you know, it's lunchtime, and then suddenly he would be back to doing his old shit again. It's full of people and it's noisy. He would think his friends were orphans with him. Yeah, probably. I often saw courtesy clerks at my work chat in the break room or stop and chat while one was doing some cleaning and putting stuff back. Honestly, at Amazon, when I was working for Amazon, a lot of there was some of the I guess you could say some of the veteran, quote unquote veteran workers. They they knew a lot more stuff, so they were granted laptops to do checks and stuff like that. But in reality, half of the time they were on those computers, they were using the work fucking chat channels to chat with all their other friends in different departments. Honestly, this just seems like they're, sometimes like when you got certain people who are lenient, which my bosses were like in my department at Amazon. They were just like, you know what? Like they'd prefer if we took those 15-minute breaks, right? But then we would leave because like the building is huge, so like it takes like 3 to 4 minutes to walk, like almost 5 minutes to walk across sometimes, depending on where you're at. And like sometimes we would just leave 5 minutes earlier than we're supposed to. But then like, it's like, it's crazy, but it's like, I mean, I'm guilty of taking longer breaks just because. But I'm not gonna fault anyone for taking a break for sure. Wake up, there's someone dead in the hallway. Tifa, wake up, there's someone dead in the hallway. Open the door. Thanks, bro. I appreciate the subscription. Good night, bro. I hope to see you again. Suddenly I got this arrow on top of me. What did I... Oh, okay. You know what's crazy? I didn't equip anything. There you go. Poison. You know what? I'm gonna take that off and... Alright, bro. I'll make sure to jot that down so I remember. Maybe I'll see you on one of your streaming on one of your sessions. You hope they don't screw up the remake. Honestly, that's like everyone's biggest fear right now is all these big changes they're doing to the remake and all that stuff, like the way that the battle system is like being put together and all that stuff, and how much work that people saying they aren't getting, you know, how much work that they've only done, and then suddenly, you know, it's gonna take at least 3 more years to do this thing. You know, with all this time, hopefully they're putting in work. Let's just hope. That's like all we can do at this point, to me. At least in my opinion. There's something but saying that out loud. I know it's supposed to be dumb, but to be impossible. But would the mechanics be of dumping on yourself? Hold on, what? Hold on, I had to read that again. The internet's taking a dump on itself, but saying that out loud. I know it's supposed to be so dumb to be impossible, but what would be the mechanics of dumping on yourself? Yeah, I don't really think about stuff like that much when you know. Honestly, you just put words together you think fit. That's not, you know, supposed to be so dumb to be impossible. But how does one shit on themselves? I don't know. The question will keep me up at night. You know what? As far as like weird things like that go, I try not to think so much about it. Honestly, a strange thing to think about, but I guess if you like, you know. Honestly, I agree with you a little bit on the fact that like on the fact that like maybe they should they could have just left well enough alone. But honestly, I think as far as like the way they're going about the whole situation, I think maybe they're doing it because, like, here, I'll give you an example. So like, I have a friend who does not like turn-based RPGs at all whatsoever. And he could not play these older Final Fantasies, but like he'll go and he'll play like the newer one, like 15 or something. Like he's like, yeah, I really enjoy the battle system of 15, and that's all well and good and all that, but you know, honestly, maybe they're just pandering to like to the newer crowd of the newer generation of Final Fantasy players. That's to say, I don't hate them for trying something new, but if it screws everything up, then why do it then? Then why do it then? Another save point. Let's go. Yeah, I feel this it turning out to, but then again, it's a crapshoot. Like, will it turn out to be good? I guess only time can tell whether or not it'll be good. I guess we'll see in 3 years, right? See, as far as like, we'll just see in 3 years. But as long as, to me also, it's like, two, I'm kind of glad that they've narrowed down Kingdom Hearts' release date at least, because I'm looking forward for that. Oh, jeez. Catch the tubby guy! Catch Palmer. I'll have to agree with you in a certain extent to the Holy Grail thing. Like, you're right in a way. Like, oops, I hit my fucking desk. Like, you're right in a way. Like, the Holy Grail, it basically opened up the pathway for what the Final Fantasy series and what other RPGs are now because of it. So yeah, you're right in a way, and and I guess in a way, like, if for people like me and say Bacon Man here, like, we can agree that times change and that, like, there's not much we can do about it if this is how it has to be done. And I get how sensitive fans get. Like, it's like some people get sensitive to the extent though that, like, oh, you're rewriting the Bible. No, they're not. I mean, I get it. I get it though. Fans can be way too sensitive, including myself. I was butthurt about World Alliance for Final Fantasy Tactics. Okay, I got an example then for you, because I'm a big Tales series fan, but that's not what I was talking about. But I'm a big fan of Valkyria Chronicles, and the new game came out, and they changed up everything. They basically tried to make a whole new game. And the output was horrid. Like, it was bad. And it was just like, you should, like, it's like one of those things where, like, I normally like to see for myself if something is going to be bad. If I like to try things to see if they're bad, but like after I played that game for a little bit, it was bad. For Final Fantasy VII, it is like rewriting the Bible. Yeah, in a way, it kind of is. Seeing as that, like I said, we'll have to make new denominations then. Oh God, why did I leave? What did I leave for? I went to go save it for no reason. Yeah, you can. I realize I'm just running around. Yeah, I mean, in a way, like I'm more of a the way in a way that to me, like I tend to like changes to games. You know what I mean? I tend to like to move forward. Only Sephiroth can wield this katana. Apparently, no one in Wutai can, or capable of holding metal. Eight was my favorite. I'm not so sensitive about. I mean, it's cool. I mean, you know, it's the only reason why I can be so open-minded about this whole thing is because, like, although 7 is my favorite Final Fantasy, like, I can look at it as a whole, because I really liked 8 too, and like, I can look at it through all the Final Fantasy that I've played and go, you know what? Maybe it's okay in a way. No one has seen Rufus bleed. Game you're trying too hard. It's funny. It's like after seeing the whole thing change, like you know, change is probably not so bad, but I guess we'll really see. A research specimen. It's like, who are you people? I'm Red 13, a research specimen. Nothing like titles. A little fear will control the minds of the common people. Well, you just tell them doomsday is going to happen if you don't pay me money. Tells a lot about Rufus that he can walk past the angry Sabretooth and big behind a big sword man to lecture about his presidency. Yeah, with gaming history, yeah, you got a point. Now that I think about it, can't argue with you there. Because it's like if you took like let's see if I can think of an example. You know what? Your Romans with machine guns thing is a good example. I can't make a better example right now. I can't think of one. She's got fire, poison, sense. He's gonna have all lightning. Just gonna give him that enemy skill just in case something pops up. I don't know. I honestly don't know if there's fucking enemy skill here. Just give me sense just because. Barret. Fire. Nice. I guess I'll give you restore, since Eris has the ability to heal. Can I save, Tifa? Damn it. You know, on a different note, I realized something. Cause like you'll talk to younger generations of gamers, and you'll say, you know, and you'll talk about all these all these milestones in gaming, right? So like, you know, like we all know, like Final Fantasy VII has like one of the biggest milestones in gaming. They introduced, like, you know, 3D and 3D open worlds. You know what I mean? And it's like on a huge scale, and it's like. Now, there's another thing. It's like where, like, you know, people will look at a game and he goes, I don't know how you guys can play that game. It's ugly. What do you mean it's ugly? You realize that, like, I can't look at this game as ugly because because the fact that it made gaming history, like Daz was saying, like, there's no way I can see something like this as ugly. Oh. I gotta heal Barret. Hit it with that slut fang. Yeah, you're right. I mean, you know, the whole raised in a different generation. It's almost like they were spoiled, you know. I mean, you know, like, you know, I like, you know, we all like things that are brand spanking new, but I can't just look at something and go, man, that's ugly. I mean, I will marvel at the fact that I go, damn, this is how things used to be. Like, I'll legit say that. I'm never gonna call anything ugly. The crazy thing about that is to me, looking at friends my age would call graphics of should I put... There's honestly too much of that whole like beauty is what makes your game. Like what the fuck are we even talking about right now? Like, beauty's not what makes a game. Like, there are some absolutely beautiful games that was like the shittiest thing ever. Cause it's like if there's a great example, that's, you know, that's fucking, what was that game called? Fucking 1886 or whatever, for the PS4. That game, the only thing that game had going for it was its graphics, and that's a terrible thing. God damn it, Barrett. I like how you put someone to sleep and you're not gonna hit them. A piece of shit. The Order 1886, yeah. There you go. A shitty story, but beautiful nonetheless. I mean, it had a decent story, but like it wasn't engaging enough, and it moved too quickly, and it was short. Like I found its story to be overly generic. It's like all they cared about was proving that they could make something, you know, make something on the power that they had. Honestly, yeah, it wasn't the best. Definitely wasn't the best. Why do you want to fight me? Because you're a dick. Son of a bitch. Why do you want to fight me? Because you're a bitch. Honestly, you're right. The story wasn't heavily engaging. Oh, I fucking hit myself with bio. This fucking joystick, man. Can't believe it did that just now. And I poisoned myself. Wow, that was a fail. Ow. Oh good, he's moving again. And I'm gonna die because I'm stupid, ladies and gentlemen. I'll shut up and freeze for a second. I admit though, I did like 15 for what it was, but yeah, the story wasn't heavily engaging. I need to cure myself of poison. Yeah, he's over there making his spins like, what should I do? Should I wait? Should I go? Stop again, Rufus. Nah, he bit me in the head. I just realized the dog knows magic. Then it hit me. Yes, Bacon Man. monsters, no magic in Final Fantasy. Honestly, I did like 13, but everything after that kind of was just a chore. I guess in a way it had a horrible storyline, but it was just like, you know, it was like one of those things that I just got over and then I just suddenly liked it. It was a little weird to me. I can't really explain it. Okay. I'm starting to get these cramps in my legs and stuff, so honestly, I'm gonna have to call it a night on the stream for tonight. So, Bacon Man, Daz, nice talking to you guys again. Bacon Man, nice talking to you again. Daz, nice meeting you, bro. I hope you come back through the next time I stream. Hopefully, I'll stream tomorrow, Saturday. So, I hope we get, hope we get to talk more about games and stuff. Because, you know, I had a good time talking about stuff. So, yeah. I'll be seeing you guys again. Duly noted. Duly noted. I'll remember that for the next time. So, with that said, if you're watching and didn't decided you were just gonna, if you were just gonna watch, that's cool too. If you haven't already, please subscribe. And if you already haven't, and if you feel inclined, please hit the like button. Tell your friends about us. So with that said, this is Rice. This is Masterpiece Gaming Theater. This is Final Fantasy VII. I'll see you next time.